there's one thing I want to teach my children is that they need to surround themselves with like-minded people. Like-minded, smart, kind, driven people. Like there's nothing more contagious than being surrounded by people that are as enthusiastic about sort of similar things than you are, or interested in sort of similar things, because you really, like, that's contagious. That's why I started Studio Mates, my co-working space here in Brooklyn, because I really believe that like you spend so much time at work. Like I want to be surrounded by people that I really enjoy being around. So to me, there's nothing better than lunch, because we eat together, we have lots of conversations around design stuff or what's going on in the industry, because there's 30 of us, like designers, developers, copywriters, editors. So we're sort of all in the same field, but still it's interesting enough that we feed off each other. And I am convinced that I would not be where I am right now if it wasn't by my if I wasn't surrounded by my studio mates, because they really inspire me on a daily basis. And some of the projects came out of lunch conversations here. So it's really, really important that you surround yourself with like-minded and kind people. Point number 6 is that the importance of collaboration. And that kind of ties into my previous point in that if it wasn't for my studio mates, like there's a lot of projects that wouldn't have happened, because we sort of, I remember this one lunch conversation I had with my studio mate Cameron, where I told him like that we were talking about to-do apps. There's so many to-do apps out there, and I've tried many of them, and we just had like a general conversation about like the different apps, and I went into this rant on what I would envision like to my ideal app to be, and he just sat there chuckling, and he goes, "Tina, just design it. I'll build it for you." And even though I've been designing apps for clients all my life, it never occurred to me that I could actually do this. So there you go. Like even though I had it at my fingertips, the skills, it never occurred to me to actually do it. So the next day I sat down, I spent like 3 hours designing to-do, and I sent the files to Cameron, and 24 hours later we had a working app. And that was kind of like one of these moments where I realized, wow, surrounding yourself with people that sort of complement your skills and that you can build things together, there's nothing more powerful. So number 7 is a lesson that took me a long time to learn, and that's ignore haters. And I really want to teach my children to get there earlier than I did, because it took me well into my mid-30s to get good and just sort of letting it just bounce off me. So I run a fairly popular design blog called Swssmiss, and every now and then I have this hater come out that just leaves really, really not so graceful comments on my blog, let's put it that way. And I'm very lucky because I have a very respectful audience. So whenever there is a hater coming out, it's unusual, right? So, and whenever that hater would come out, I would pull up this this little dude, the hater's gonna hate. Like in our industry, it's like an insider joke, right? And I would just sit there and breathe and remind myself that there's people that build things, and there's people that tear things down. And that guy obviously is on the other side, or person. And I remember looking at this guy strutting, and this was shortly after I launched Tattly. And I took a deep breath and said, you know, haters gonna hate. They get none of my time. I need to not let this get to me, because it's a waste of energy, right, that I can put somewhere else. And I reached out to the designers of this little strutting GIF animation and asked them, can we make a Tattly out of it? And they said yes. So now I just said, you know, you can actually monetize the hate. So now I'm selling a haters gonna hate Tattly. So my last point I think is really important, and that's like, we owe it to the people around us to inspire others, because when you're happy, when you're on the right track, when you're doing something that's really fulfilling you, you are going to be inspiring other people. And I feel like we all owe it to get to that point where we're really happy in our life and are able to pass that enthusiasm and energy and happiness on by inspiring other people. So the way my crazy eccentric aunt was inspiring me, I'm just doing it in a more virtual way, I think through the tools I'm creating online or through my blog. And I hope that I can just like be as, like, even if it's just a tiny bit as inspiring as she was for other people, then it's all worth it. And you have a lasting impact.